All right, why do you keep stealing?
I was in a toxic relationship.
I'm sorry, what?
In a toxic relationship,
What does that have to do with stealing?
and we would always fight if I went to work. So
I don't understand how toxic relationship equals stealing from Target and
because it's
Walmart.
like if I go to work and come back, or if I try to go to work, they wouldn't let me go to work. You know.
Court is calling 2024 CR 007502, State of Texas versus Michael Bernal. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Nick Aguilera on behalf of the Honorable Michael Bernal.
are you Mr. Bernal?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Bernal, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with the offense of theft, $2,500 with 2 or more previous conviction as state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Um.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Very much so, yes, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Bernal, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be a referral to felony drug court. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
And Judge, we have had the opportunity to look at State's Exhibit 1 and attachments and have no objection.
All right, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If you would consider it, Judge, this morning.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, after spending quite a bit of time with him and the prosecutors, they saw fit to recommend deferred. He does have 2 prior convictions for theft. He is the sole provider for 2 children that were at the target with him and that Miss Benavides. Miss Benavides is locked up in jail for the last couple of months on completely separate other felonies. Dr. Bernal's main concern was his children, and he was always expressed to me that if the prosecutors offered him supervision, he'd be happy to take it, accept responsibility. He is working in the construction business. It's been a little slow with the weather, but he knows he can complete it.
All right. Why do you keep stealing?
I was in a toxic relationship,
I'm sorry, what? What does that have to do with stealing?
and we would always fight if I went to work, so.
I don't understand how toxic relationship equals stealing from Target and
Because
Walmart.
like, if I go to work and come back, or if I try to go to work, they would never go to work, you know?
So then how are you supporting children if you're not allowed to go to work?
Well, for the last 6 months, I've had my kids and I've been on my own. So I've been
All right.
working.
So who has your children?
Right now?
Mhm.
My mother-in-law,
Why you act as though you don't know who has your children?
no, my mother-in-law has 2 children,
All right.
but right now, she's.
Well, he's talking about right here in court.
Oh, yeah.
While they're in court there, he's at the mother-in-law's bed.
So where's your mother?
Mhm. We don't really talk.
All right. And when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
On marijuana.
All right. And what else? Here's the thing. You need to be honest with me because I'm trying to set conditions that will hopefully help you be a better parent. So what are you going to be positive for? Possibly. We'll do it that way. Possibly. What could you be positive for?
Maybe cocaine.
All right. Cocaine, marijuana, what else? All right. And is Child Protective Services involved?
Not based on this case.
All right. What are they involved based upon?
He explained something to me this morning that was opened last week or
Oh.
something.
Last week, I had my kids in daycare, right, so, I've been having problems with the daycare, so then, I noticed my son had a cut on his foot, so I brought it to the daycare's attention, then the daycare, got real mad, because I told them that I'm gonna remove my son and put him in another daycare. So they went ahead and called CPS, so I called my previous CPS worker and I told her how to go about it, and then I took my son to the hospital. The hospital checked him out, said that there's no neglect, there's nothing at all, so I've been waiting on the response.
So are you under CPS investigation or no?
They barely opened it last week.
Something was
It
open
didn't
last
happen
week
this past week.
based on something that happened at
Yeah.
daycare.
All right. So here's the thing. He shouldn't be around children because he's using cocaine and marijuana.
Understand.
And then I'm looking at the police reports and there's a video of you carrying a child out of Target as you all have
Yeah.
stolen.
I wasn't feeling them at that time.
No, it says in here that you were the lookout.
No.
You wanna-
No, yeah, well, yes, no.
All right, being the lookout is as though you stole.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, legally it is. So I don't understand why you won't stop stealing. And I don't understand how toxic relationship equals, therefore I'm stealing. She won't let you go to work, but she'll let you go to Target to steal. I mean, is that what you're telling me? She won't let you go to work, but
Like,
she'll let
no,
you
no,
go
no.
to Target to steal?
No, she just wanted to be around me all the time and watch to see what I'm doing and, thinking I'm cheating or some stuff.
And what's that diamond tattoo about?
It's supposed to be for my kid. I was supposed to color it in with my kid's first stone color.
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. Court is gonna sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's gonna be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's gonna be regular random UAs,
Sorry.
proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Cats 1 and 2. There's to be no contact with Felicia and Benavides. Field visits 1 time per month for 4 months upon release from custody. There's going to be a TAP evaluation and felony drug court evaluation in custody and CPS compliance. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal.
Judge,
And
I-
also probation, there's going to be no unsupervised contact with minors until further notice. What I can tell you, because it's Monday, felony drug court will probably be able to see him by Tuesday, and they'll be done with their evaluation by Tuesday. If you're honest with them, you'll probably be released on Wednesday because they'll accept you into their program. They're having a graduation, so there'll be placement for you. If you're dishonest with them, they're going to say you don't need help and they won't accept you in the program. And then for the TAP evaluation, it'll be about 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you. And I'm doing it to protect you and to protect your children, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you're
Thank you,
welcome.
Judge.
Thank you.